What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. This video is going to be the series finale of the Road to 100 series that we have been doing for the past few months. A couple of days ago, we ran the Chief Ladiga 100, Chief Ladiga 100. I'm not gonna lie to you, whenever I heard the race director say, "Hi, thanks for choosing the Chief Ladiga 100, I cringed so much because I was like, no, I've been saying Chief Ladiga for the past few weeks in these videos, but it probably doesn't even matter. But yeah, this video is going to be me documenting my journey through the Chief Ladiga 100. So if you enjoy the videos, consider hitting that subscribe button, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video.
We are humbled to have you here running with us for the inaugural Chief Ladiga 100-mile trail race. It's been a dream of ours for a little while now, and to have it happen is special, guys, and it's not possible without you. So this is your day. I know you've worked extremely hard to be able to toe the line and to go out and have a great race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take off!
Say what you say, that I'm out here losing my mind. Some things never change. When you're gone, there ain't no sunshine. Some people believe we go to heaven when we die. Some people believe we're gonna burn in a ring of fire. I came to let you know, I can't let you go. I came to let you know, I can't let you go.
All right, so we are 4 miles in. Essentially, my pace plan is going to be similar to the backyard ultra format. I'm going to be running 4 miles every hour, and then the rest of the hour I'm going to walk and do that as long as I can, and then we might switch to different intervals. But it's already 7:40 and it is warming up, and it's not even like the peak heat of the day yet. So this heat's gonna be tough to deal with, but we'll manage. Also started Cameron Haynes' book, Endure. I'm excited to listen to this for the next 7 hours. But yeah, we got 20 minutes to walk now. Let's get it.
I can't let you go. We can't keep running from something that we need. We can't keep running from something that we need.
All right, so the second hour of running 4 miles is done. Everything's feeling great, even with the heat and the humidity. My nutrition is basically taking 2 salt tabs every hour and a goo, along with like a bottle of Tailwind that has 3 scoops of Tailwind in it. So a total of 400 calories per hour. So we're starting out as maybe it'll change throughout the race depending on our needs and like just how intense the heat gets. But yeah, everything's feeling smooth, feeling good. 9.9 miles into this race, and yeah, we're gonna keep on trucking.
Be who you be, no promises in this life, so take what you need. Hit the gas, baby, burn them tires. Some things we believe are relative to our desire. We all got a need. I'll be the first one to testify.
Hour 3, got the frog tug out to help with the heat and try to keep my head cool, I guess, but we're still making it. I'll see you at the next hour.
We can't keep running from something that we need. We can't keep running, from something that we need.
Okay, so pretty cool. We are 27 miles in right now, crossing the Alabama-Georgia state line. It's pretty neat. Still got a long way left to go.
I came to let you know I can't let you go. I came to let you know. I can't let you go. Say I came to let you know. I can't let you.
All right, so a little update. I haven't got any B-roll in a little bit because I've been suffering the past couple hours in this heat. The heat definitely was not prepared for. I mean, I knew it was going to be coming, but I'm just was not prepared for it. But it is 2 p.m. right now. We're 36 miles in. Oh, we're still making it. Still making it. Really just trying to outlast the sun today. Wait till it goes down in the way so we can get through the rest of this race in the cooler temps. But yeah, still trying to make it.
Oh, from the ashes I will rise. No satisfaction without the fight. A man has limits, oh, so they say, but I never listened. Did it my way. I'm gonna take what's mine. I paid my dues. I dare you to walk a mile in these shoes. The beat in my soul just keeps getting louder.
Okay, so we just left the half century mark, 50 miles. We got there in 10 hours, 30 minutes. That's a new PR for me in running 50 miles, but that means absolutely nothing whenever the goal is 100 miles. But we stayed at the aid station for 20 minutes to get off my feet a little bit. Haven't done that really much today. Change socks, really get hydrated. It's been super hot. I've walked the past 3 hours, but still have maintained getting 4 miles every hour, which has set us up really good. We have 13 hours to run 50 miles and we could go sub 24, although that's not the goal. It would still be pretty cool to do, and if we don't do it, that's cool too, as long as we get a buckle. But right now the game plan is to still get 4 miles every hour. Sitting down for 20 minutes really helped me. Now I'm back to running and it's about to cool down a lot because the sun's going down. Right now basically I'm living my life a quarter mile at a time, running a quarter mile, walking a quarter mile, and so on until we get 4 miles, and then I will walk the rest of the hour and then start that process over again. But yeah, haven't got much B-roll because I've been suffering in the heat, but let's get it.
Give me some of that power. Give me some of that power. I wanna feel it in my blood, feel it in my veins, show you that I can't be tamed. Give me some of that power.
Okay, so that is pretty much all of the clips that I have on my side documenting the race. Allie did get some clips that we will get into in a second, but during the nighttime hours, I pretty much just started prioritizing the race and not documenting the race. During the nighttime, it would have been hard for you to see anyway, but we ended up walking the last 30 miles of the race, still maintaining 15 to 16 minute miles. And if I had to run the last 1/10 of a mile or the last quarter of a mile to maintain that 15 to 16 minute mile pace, then I did that. One thing that I have learned about myself during these long endurance events is that I am a bitch when it comes to sleep deprivation. And whenever we got to mile 87, it was the second to last aid station. I got there and I was like, hey, Allie, set a 20-minute timer. Whenever there's 5 minutes left, wake me up, because I knew I was gonna take a little bit of a nap. And whenever the 5 minutes came, she woke me up, snatched a blanket from me, told me to get the hell out of there, basically, to keep on going, because sub 24 hours was still in play. We could have still achieved that, but we were gonna have to work our ass off to get there. And I was like, no, let me stay here. Sub 24 hours doesn't matter. I know I'm gonna finish at this point, so who cares if it's sub 24 hours? But she wouldn't let me do that, thankfully, because I definitely would have regretted it if I did. Sleeping during 100-mile races isn't really a thing. People don't do that. Staying up for 24 hours isn't that bad, but for me, I've learned I'm just a bitch, I guess, when it comes to sleep deprivation. I had the idea of tapering caffeine so I could use it as a tool during the race, but I didn't do that, and I will definitely do that next time I have another 100 miler or another 24-hour type event. But yeah, that is a little bit of an update, and now let's get into Allie's clips.
Hey guys, so for this portion of the vlog, I'm using my phone and a flashlight. Not the most professional setup ever, but Hayden's camera is about to die. I'm trying to save as much battery as possible. I just saw Hayden, he was at mile 87.8. I'm literally keeping up with his mileage on my hand, so obviously I can't lose it. Next time I see him, he'll be at mile 96.7. He's getting so close. I'm so proud of him. I'm so giddy excited for him to come through the finish line. And last time I saw him, he said that he was ready to be home, but he was still in great spirits. So next time I see y'all, we'll be at the finish line.
So keep your silver. I came for gold. No place for quitters.
Hey, I just gotta get 3 miles in under an hour, and I'll go sub 24 hours. So
Okay.
Light that fuse. The beat in my soul just keeps getting louder. Give me some of that power. Give me some of that power. I wanna feel it in my blood, feel it in my veins, show you that I can't be tamed. Give me some of that.
okay, so we ended up finishing the race in 23 hours, 37 minutes. The race directors did an awesome job at putting this race together. Thank you to all of the volunteers at the aid stations. The aid stations were ran very smoothly, and they had everything you needed and more, and the volunteers were just very encouraging and uplifting. I would also like to thank Allison and my mom for crewing for me. They did an amazing job. I could not have done this without them. And yeah, we got our first buckle. That is really, really cool. And I just wanted to end the video with saying that talent is not required to do this. Like, I'm definitely not the most talented runner at all, and you could do this. I don't care how old you are, if you run right now or if you don't right now, or if you've never ran in your life. You could do this if you worked really hard and you were consistent and you were disciplined enough to stick with your training. You could do something like this. Talent is not required. And a lot of you might be thinking, if you don't run, like, why the hell would I want to run 100 miles? And trust me, I had that same thought a couple of years ago, so not too long ago, of why would I ever want to run even like a marathon, 26.2 miles. But running is this very cool thing that is a you versus you game. And maybe if you don't run right now, you start running or start walking, and then you get to where you can run a mile without stopping. And then you're like, oh, I can run a mile without stopping. Let's see if I can run a 5K. You get to where you can run a 5K without stopping, and then let's do a 10K, and then that leads to a half marathon, then a full marathon, then maybe a 50K, then maybe a 50 miler, a 100K, and then you could end up at a 100 miler. There are ultra marathons that are even further than 100 miles. But this sport is really, really cool. I learned a lot about myself during this entire series of prepping for this. I failed an ultra marathon at Lake Martin 100, and now we finally got our first buckle. This Chief Ladiga, this race is a very runner friendly race. It's super fast, it's super flat. And I mean, 100 miles is definitely going to be hard, but this is, if you're looking for your first 100-mile buckle, I would really suggest this race. But really the biggest factor there in this race was probably the heat, and it wasn't even that hot. It could have been much worse. But with this Alabama weather, maybe it won't be that hot next year during the race. So if you're looking for a 100-mile race to get your first buckle, again, I would highly suggest this race. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.
Give me some of that power.